So I have a Spears vs. America update. Quick recap on Spears vs. America. We released it early this year. I flew to America. I filmed an entire TV pilot. It's streaming on my website now, louspears.com, if you want to go check it out. The full pilot, it's basically just a pilot episode is a proof of concept. So you make a pilot episode and you take it to a network and you go, look what we did with no money. Imagine what we could do with yours. We could make more money and create a bigger series and do it even better, right? So that's what it is. And that's what we did. And the pilot was fucking amazing. Genuinely one of the best things I've ever made. Shot it with Connor Fairclough, and he was the producer and shot everything and edited it together, and it's fucking super, super good. It's exactly what I want to do. If someone was like, man, here's $1 million, what do you want to do with it? I would be like, I am doing this. So that went really well. And that's like, you know, me getting on the news in America. That was me doing that fake classroom stuff, all the Vox Pop, all the shit that like that I started with and grew from and have been doing for ages. That's the show, right? Spears vs. America. So Screen Australia have an initiative called Skip Ahead. And Skip Ahead is a initiative for online creators who have more than... well, it used to be for people with more than 100,000 subscribers, and when they realized that pretty much excluded everyone except for all the boys you know that I frequently collaborate with, myself, Frenchie, all those boys, they lowered it down to 50,000, right? So whatever. Okay, I apply. Skip Ahead, it's to help online creators create the next series, and they'll give you... I think it was up to $100,000 to create a series, right? So I apply for that and I show them the pilot and I go, man, this is, and the series goes on YouTube, right? So I'm like, dude, I have the perfect pitch. I'm going to fucking nail this. I've never applied for it before. I'm going to smash this shit. I got a whole pilot that has millions and millions of views. It's literally borderline guaranteed success, except I call it Spears vs. Australia because obviously Screen Australia, they're only going to fund stuff within Australia, which is totally fair enough. So I apply for it and I had this whole concept, did this, sent them the clips. Anyway, they said no. They're not going to fund it. And they won't say why. I had to tick a lot of boxes. We had women on the production. That was a big criteria because it's government money. You got to tick a lot of fucking boxes, right? So I did that. I had representation. I had women working for me. I had, or working with me, rather. I don't like saying for me. Had women on the production. I had diverse sexualities on the production. I even ticked the box for the Aboriginal representation and reached out to, I won't ruin the segment idea because I'm still probably going to use it, but, you know, I had... Aboriginal representatives say, yep, we're keen to do this. And they said no. Now, I'm not going to... They haven't announced who's going to get it. But I know who is not going to get it because I know a lot of people who applied. And it is all of us. Now, I don't get it. Fair enough. Okay. All of the other boys not getting it, not one of us, I start to think, ooh, a little bit sus. Now, I'm not going to go hard on this thing because I don't know who got it, right? They're going to announce that at some point. But it is yet another example of industry blocking us out. And I'm not just speaking for me here. I'm speaking for all the online boys who have built this shit from nothing, have done it without industry, have done it despite the industry trying to push us back and actively denying opportunities, ignoring, blocking, this and that. We've still done it. And it is a shame to me, right? I felt like the application of Spears vs. America would have had to be, now I obviously can't say this for sure because I don't know who got it, but I will eat my fucking hat if another production who applied had a fully filmed TV pilot that was self-funded, a TV pilot that had multiple clips hitting multiple millions of views. If someone else has applied with that, I'll eat my fucking hat. So that's a real fucking bummer, because that, to me, was the only chance that that series has of getting funding from any kind of grant, right? Now, I'm not talking about networks. We can obviously pitch to networks, streaming services, all that. But in terms of like a grant, something for online creators with a proven body of work that have to demonstrate online success in the space, if I can't get that grant, there are no opportunities for me in this country. That's it. This shit is why I have my sights set on America, because none of this fucking box ticking industry circle jerk bullshit affects it as much as it does here, right? In America, cunts just want to make money. And what makes money? The best thing. That's why I want to go there. So that's frustrating and that's annoying, and I'm not going to lie when I say that fucking sucks. However, we self-funded Spears vs. America. It has millions of views. The clips are going viral every single day. The clips that we have put on get hundreds of thousands of views every day. That's not a lie. I see the stats. That is insane. It cost us like over $20,000 to film, because we had to fly out a whole team to LA for fucking 2 weeks, accommodation, renting gear, this, that. Really, really expensive to do if you're an independent. But because you guys stepped up and you bought the merch and you bought the stream and the download, we have almost made that money back. So we're going to recoup on those costs. So that's fucking amazing. No pilot episode does that at all, ever. You make the pilot and then you maybe get picked up, and that's how you recoup the losses. Thanks to you guys, we're not 20 grand in a hole. We did that shit. Thank you very much. And it gives me confidence to do this shit some other way. Now, whether that's getting picked up by a streaming service or a network, that's priority one for me. So I'm having a meeting. We're going to talk about that, see what the game plan is, see what we can, if we can show it to people. Now, obviously, even if it does get picked up, this shit wouldn't be filmed until travel is open, because if I was doing Spears vs. America, obviously the borders need to be fucking open. And if I'm doing a Spears vs. Australia, same shit, right? So it's not really a time thing. It's not really something that I'm like focused on fixing now. But it is something that we, fortunately, on the bright side, have a lot of time to plan for and pitch and show people. So that's priority one. Man, priority two, crowdfund is another option as well. Another option is if whenever tours come back, and if my next comedy special goes well, self-funding is another option as well. So we're gonna sort it out, but I wanted to give you guys an update because I have been asked about it a little bit. Spears vs. America, Australia, the Spears vs. Concept TV series is definitely still being worked on, and that's the next major update that I have for you, is that we got knocked back by the Screen Australia program that seemingly on paper was fucking perfect for me, but in this country, at least, the straight white male and the comedian who says things or anything doesn't get much of a look over here, and that is a very sad thing for comedy. And I'm not even talking about me. I was like, when I got rejected, I was like, oh well, one of the boys must have had a good pitch. All of us. None of us got a single opportunity. Now, if I am in charge of that grant and they go, you have $1 million to give away to people with a proven track record in the online space who know how to do this shit. Because this isn't like a grant for beginners, right? This is for people who already have a large online audience. Now, when they first brought in this shit, it was limited to people with over 100,000 subscribers. I wasn't even eligible for it when they brought it in, right? So I was like, man, that's what I'm going to work towards. I'm going to get over 100K. I'm going to apply for that shit, and I'm going to get it. Now, they did that for a few years, and then they lowered it down to, I think it was 50,000 subscribers, or, right? 50,000 is still pretty big, right? Or a combined... I believe it was a combined 50,000 from each group members thing. So that's like some kind who has 7K on Insta, 11,000 on Facebook. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they realized, oh, only these guys are eligible for it, but we can't give them any money because we don't want them to do well. And that's what it seems like. So that's a bummer, but I'm not giving up.